Hi guys, how we doing? Grab a drink. I want to talk about the common point philosophy on this video. I'm getting a lot of inquiries. Hang on, stop. Must have a drink first. Okay, now we're good. I've had a lot of people inquire on our YouTube channel via Facebook, Threads, Instagram, whatever. And what is the common point philosophy about? Why did you create it? What do you want to do with it? How can it help you? I have numerous videos up about the philosophy, but for some reason, the ones that I do get buried in, that was video 200, 2 years ago. And people don't dig. People don't really dig like, oh, let's see what this is about. Some of them do, because I look at my views and go, well, they watched that video maybe, 3 times this month. So, okay. The common point philosophy is about, it's not a belief system. It is a life choice. It's not a religion. It's not a belief system in, I believe in spirit. I believe in soul. I believe in God. It's none of that. It is a practical philosophy designed around what I call the energy of the universe. So, and I had to give the energy of the universe, for me, for my philosophy, I had to give the energy of the universe a name. So I call it source. So I talk about source in this book. Question number 1, what is source? Source is an entity that is in everything. It's in everything that exists. It's in my hand. It's in my life, like a life force. It's in the chair. It's in the lamp. It's in the earth. It's in the sky. It's in the water. It's in my bunny. It's in everything. It is in everything. You can't see it. You can't touch it. You can't feel it. It's there. It's similar to like a soul or an essence or an energy or a spirit, but it's not religious. It's just practical. To me, it's practical. Also, source is not only in everything. We as human beings, all living things that exist, me, you, my bunny Leo over there, a horse, a cow, a plant, a rock, water, can create source. So it's boundless. It's boundless in terms of life essence. Hope I didn't lose you guys. Stick with me. So here's the magic. Here's the amazing thing about the common point philosophy. If you understand source and how source works, you can create an amazing life. There's so many things you can do with it. And so let me give you an example of using source or connecting to source that's in the common point philosophy, connecting to source to creating a better life. I talk about, I'm not going to talk about Simone Biles again. I'm going to talk about you wanting to be, I got to think of something. Out of thin air, I got to think of something. You want to be a doctor. Let's say you want to be a doctor. Okay, it doesn't matter. You want to be a doctor. You want to be a lawyer. You want to be a real estate agent. You want to be whatever you want to be. If you take action on that, not just think about it, but take action on that and put yourself out there into the environment of that purpose. Put yourself into the environment of that purpose. Let's say you want to be a great athlete. You want to be a great football player, okay? You're not going to do it by sitting at home watching football on TV. You're going to do it by going to the local colleges or a pro or wherever you got to go to become a great football player, okay? You immerse yourself. Immersion is, the simple definition for immersion is you're dunking yourself underwater, you're being immersed. So you immerse, I can't talk. You immerse yourself into the entity that you want to be, into the entity you want to create, into the entity you want to learn. The more immersion you do, the more source will work for you. Have another drink. Rum and Coke. Anyway, I got to think of a better example. Okay, you want to be a great parent. You want to be a great mom, a great dad. Okay, the more you immerse yourself into that activity of being a great dad or great mom, what is the result going to be? What's the result going to come back to you? You're going to have a healthier child, a smarter child, a more loving child, a more understanding child. Usually, not all the time, but usually, 9 times out of 10, if you immerse yourself into that process, you'll see the return. That's what Common Point's about. It's not a religion about thinking things happening or praying things to happen or wondering things to happen or mumbling things to happen or whatever you do with religion, okay? I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'm going to tell you what to do. Kick religion to the curb. If you want religion as a faith, if you want to have that faith, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having faith in things, as long as you are grounded in reality, okay? You can have faith in God or your God or whatever you want to believe in. I don't have a problem with that. You can have that faith. I'm not trying to convert anybody. I'm not trying to change you. I'm trying to enlighten you. Because your faith will be stronger if you understand this. Let's take that as an example. Let's take God as an example. A lot of people, but God made the heavens and the earth. Okay, that's not a fact, but that is a belief system. God made the stars, the heaven, the earth, and you. But God also, if you follow this belief system, God also gave you reasoning and understanding and critical thinking, and a awareness and a self-awareness. You have all those entities in you. If you could take all that, take your awareness, your self-awareness, your intellect, your common sense, your critical thinking. Common Point is about critical thinking. It's not about just, I want my world to be better. It's about understanding you being connected to Source. So I was saying, Source is in everything. And I use this in all my lectures and all my videos and everywhere I go. If you look at my hand, and I'm going to show you how you can connect to Source immediately and see it and see its results and feel its results. And when you do that, you get that feeling, you get that understanding, you get that discernment of like, this is real. What John is talking about is a real thing. So if you take your hand and just study your hand, I do this in so many videos. Just look at your hand. But if you look at your hand, don't just look at your hand. Oh, it's a hand. Yeah, duh. Look within the hand. Do that with everything that you're connected to. When you do that with everything you're connected to, you actually can visualize, and I'm not talking about visualization or manifestation. I'm talking about you can tangibly visualize what Source is. So you can do it with your hand. You can do it with a flower. You can do it with a patch of grass. I do it with my bunny. You can do it with a friend, do it with your girlfriend, you can do it with your lover. If you take your hand and just look at your hand long enough, it doesn't take long, maybe no more than a minute, no more than 60 seconds. If you just shut everything off around you. That's the other thing that pisses me off. Shut off music. Take the headsets out. Take all this technology out of your life for 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. And I will prove to you how you can have a better life without being connected to all that bullshit. You create a better life by being connected to life. You don't create a better life by being disconnected to life. That's all I'm saying. You don't create a better life by being disconnected to life. You just exist. If you're plugged in, if you're watching videos and you're going down rabbit's hole over and over and over and over again, you are not connected to life. It is controlling you. You are being controlled. Your mind, your thoughts, your concepts, your future, your desires, your feelings, everything is being controlled by that bullshit. Disconnect. Look at your hand. It's not, I'm going to smack people, it is not meditation. It is immersion. When you look at your hand, if you look at it for more than 2 minutes, you will start to see things you never noticed before. It's the same principle as that you look in the mirror and all of a sudden, oh damn, there's another line there. Shit, I am getting older. We all are. That's because you noticed it. You didn't notice it for maybe 2 years. Oh, there it is. It didn't just pop up. It didn't just happen. It's been there. Like the lines around my eyes have been there for a number of years. That just happened yesterday. It's gradual. But you don't notice that gradual change if you're plugged in. You know it becomes an emergency. Oh my God, what the hell happened to my eyes? I'm getting older. So back to my hand. So if you look at the hand, you look at it for a minute. Look at it for a minute or 2 minutes or 5 minutes. The longer you look at it, the deeper you will go. The deeper you will see into that hand and the makeup of that hand. The essence, life essence of the hand. You will start to feel. That is source. It is so simple. It is so elementary. I'm not saying my philosophy is simple. I'm saying it's a simple process. Life is not complicated. Human beings make life complicated. People make life complicated. How can I prove that? I can prove that when I hold my bunny. You can prove that when you walk your dog. Look at your pet when you're walking your dog, or you're holding your cat, or you're feeding your hamster, or you're looking at your fish, or you're in the park and you see a squirrel. Focus. Focus on that animal. Just focus. Don't worry about anybody walking by you. Don't give a damn about anybody else. Sit on a park bench and just look at the squirrel. Look at the duck. If you got a pond, look at the fish. Excuse me. When you do that, you are connected to nature. When you connect to nature, you immediately are connecting to source. And you become harmonious with nature. We, as human beings, are evolving, or I will say devolving. I should have made a bigger drink. We're going backwards. As a human race, we're going backwards. We're not getting more intelligent. We're not getting smarter. We're getting dumber. And I don't know if it's going to be the end of the human race or where we are going with this, but our basic core, our basic core, our primal core in us, that essence in us, about feelings, about compassion, about understanding, about giving, about love, about humanity for your fellow man. We're losing that. We're losing that because of technology, because of computers, because of AI, because of all the stuff that's being put upon us to follow, believe, use, adapt to. Human beings cannot adapt to this. We are not adaptable to that. We will grow internally. We will grow externally from the time we were primates. You know, we grew, we understand, we grew and we grew and we grew and we came to who we became human as we are now. But if you take something that's artificial intelligence, and take something that's not, it's like mixing oil and water. We're the water, it's the oil. It doesn't work. It's not going to work. That's why I want to create my retreat. I want us, the other thing about the common point philosophy, I want us to remain human. I'm not saying you can't tippy-toe into AI and go and search and utilize certain things. I haven't had a problem with that. What I have a problem with is going whole hog into this and giving up your human essence to be plugged in. Don't be plugged in. Be plugged. Know what's going on. Scratch the surface. Oh yeah, that's kind of interesting. But don't go down the rabbit hole being plugged in 24/7. Because you will lose your ability to be human. So back to the philosophy. So that's source. So common point really is all about, it's all wrapped around the concept of source. So let's use some other examples. Let's say you want to find the best job. Let's change the job scenario. Let's say you want to have the best health possible. If you immerse yourself into working out, focusing on your body, focus on proper focus, immersion, total immersion to that, complete immersion into that, then that source you're connecting to will heal your body, will protect your body. You'll have better health. You'll have a better life. It's endless. In the common point philosophy, you can create anything. You can do anything. You can become anything. No matter where you start from. No matter where you start from. Here's a good example. Another good example. I'm doing a YouTube channel, right? This YouTube channel. I'm 3 years in. I'm not monetized yet, but I will be. A lot of people would have given up. Well, I'm done. It didn't happen overnight. It didn't, whatever. They would have given up. What the common point philosophy teaches you is being dogmatic, being patient, being understanding, being focused, mainly focused, and being stubborn on completing something. That's what common point also teaches. How to do that. How to do that. How to design your environment, your work, pleasure, how to balance your life. Like I've got to work this much time to make this much money, to make these many bills, to feed my family, to pay my rent, to pay for my car payment, pay for my insurance, all that. We all are in that cyclone of insanity, especially in the United States, where we are trapped. We feel like we're trapped, okay? But the common point philosophy, common point can get you out of that. How, John? It will keep you focused. It will keep you focused. You know, I go, like I said a million times, I got a side job at a grocery store. I go in the break room and I hear it every day. Oh, I can't pay my rent. I don't make enough money and I don't get enough hours and I can't pay my car payment. That's reality to them. It also at one time was reality to me. How did I change that reality? Through this philosophy. It's called the percentage. Change the balance of percentage. See your life as a seesaw. Here's a seesaw, okay? Here's you. You're in debt up your eyeballs. You can't see out. You can't see through the windows. You can't pay your rent. You can't pay your car. And you're working yourself to death. How does common point get you out? Little by little, you spend maybe one day. It can be as small as one day a week. Do what your passion is. Do what you know will get you out of that cycle. What is it? Well, I want a better career, John. Okay. So you're stuck working at a store and you don't want to do it anymore, but you're stuck. You're up here like this. How is common point going to get you out of that? It's going to get you out by focusing on that 1%. That 1%. John, I want to, let's see, I want to be a professional. I'm thinking, what do I really want to do? I want to be an auto mechanic. Okay, you want to be an auto mechanic. How can common point get you there? I will show you. You're upside down. You're up here. You need to be down here. There's the auto mechanic career. Here's work. How do you get there? 1% a day. 1% a day is all you have to do. You got 7 days a week. Cut out one day for yourself. I don't care what day it is. It doesn't, none of that bullshit matter. One day for you. You are going to lock it down to change this, tilt this back to where you want it in your life. It might take a year. It might take 3 years. It might take 5 years, but you can do it. Because here's the thing about the percentage. You do the one day a week, work on your career. Immerse. Remember I said about immersion? Immersion into source. Everything you want is there. Everything we want is out there. It's already there. You just have to open up the calendar to get it. 1%. So that 1%, that one day a week is yours. If your boss says, oh, can you work that? You say no. If a coworker says, can you pick up shit? You say no. That is your day. That is like a religion. It is your day. You are not giving up that day for anything unless you're in a damn hospital and your wife is giving birth. That is your day. That day you work on your career. You work on networking. You work on learning. You work on studying. You take a class. Whatever you do. And then as time goes by, you add another day. Now you have 2 days. And here's the key to this. And you listen to me or I will come and I'll smack you guys. Don't ever give up those days for anything. That is the reason when I go to work and I see coworkers that have been there 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, they don't understand that. They don't have the discipline for that process. And what's sad about it, if they would have done it 10 years ago, they would have had a better life today. 1%. Immersion. Immerse yourself. 1 day a week. 1% of your schedule. Then build up 2%, 20%, and then finally you will tip it. Boom. Damn, I'm finally here. I can kick the job to the curb. I'm doing what I love to do. I keep wearing this stupid shirt and it never fits me. So what is the common point philosophy about? That's what it, well, hold the book right up, Sandra. That's what it's about. It's about immersion. It's about immersion. It's not about praying or wishful thinking or I hope this happens to me, you know. I swear to God, when people say to me, well, I hope you have a good day, John. No, I'm not going to hope about shit. I'm going to have a good day. Don't hope for me. Don't, it's just being polite. It's not being polite. You're putting that on me. I'm going to hope for a good day. No, I'm going to have a good day. I decide to have a good day. If I have a coworker that's having a sucky day and they want to lay it on me, I just brush it off. I move on. I go away. I'm going to work over here. Don't let people take that source energy out of. Don't let them zap you. Don't let them take that from you. Don't just please stop living in this. Oh God, please stop for the sake of yourself and your sanity and a better life. Follow this philosophy. Buy the damn book. Because trust me, if you do, and I have people now that bought my book or that have been following me for years. And I can name at least, not names, but at least 3 of them. One is an extremely successful realtor. One is an extremely successful doctor. One is an extremely, two, no, maybe 3 are extremely successful entertainers, comedians, actors. By following this. And I'm not going to give up the names. It's a privacy thing. Okay? So common point is about connecting to source. The energy of the universe that creates everything. And we also, every living thing on the planet has the ability to connect to it and create it. I have the ability to connect to source, like my hand. I have the ability to create it by the way I think. Things come to me in my life. Or I notice things and I accept them into my life. That's being connected to source. Not only can I do that as a human being, it is not a human, it's not relevant to just being human. Every single living thing can create and connect to source. My bunny, over there, Leo. Cat, dog, plant. I'm going to end this video with this. And I want to show you that every living thing understands source. Remember I said to you, I can prove to you that source exists. If you go outside and look, let's say you have tulips or any kind of fluted flower, any kind of flower really, on a smaller scale, and you look at the flower, and you look at where the sun is, you notice that the flowers are facing the sun. They will move. They have that awareness to where source is. They have that awareness to where that warmth is and where that energy, where that life source is coming from. And they will turn towards the warmth. You see that in flowers. You see that in leaves on trees. leaves will turn. You can see that in certain plants. In the evening, they close. When the sun comes up, they open. Enough said. We as human beings, when we were primates, when we were in 5 million years ago, bajillion years ago, when we were primitive man, we would follow the sun. When the sun would set, we would follow the sun. Because where the sun was, there was life. Where the sun was, there was water. Where the sun was, there was shelter. Where the sun was, there was food. That's another way of source working for human beings on this planet. Enough said. I'm going to close down. Love you guys. That's more about my philosophy, the common point philosophy. I tagged it onto this video because I said in the beginning, I'm going to prove to you that source does exist. And you can prove it to yourself by literally just walking into nature. Another thing, like if you're out on a farm, if you're out way out where there's farmland growing and there's corn growing, corn will turn towards the sun. All plants will turn towards the sun. They know. Are they conscious? Are they aware? They are aware. Think about that. Think about that. The common point philosophy. Amazing philosophy. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye now.